Sleep grandma here. What? God, I'm like, ooh, all over the place. I'm always multitasking and I like kind of get like, have to pull myself back to center again. Because I'm thinking of doing some videos today and I'm also, they just called me back to work. Stop. They just called me back to work to fill in some days. They have some people calling in that want to drop off their kids. So I'm good with it. I told them as long as I get to wear my mask, that's great, because they said I could wear a face shield or something like that, which is fine with me. I don't care. So I'm really excited about that. But the reason I wanted to make a video is because I wanted you to know why they called me back to work. Why they specifically called me back to work, and I think it's because they know they can count on me, and that's what you want when you have an employer, is for them to know that you're a dependable employee. You want to be the first one that comes to mind. And I'm not talking about kissing ass and stuff like that. I'm just talking about playing that role that they hired you for. I'm not talking about being a brown noser or like, all over your boss. Oh my God, you look so great in that. Not all that kiss ass stuff. I'm talking about just being the kind of person when they say, look, we need one person there today because we have a small amount of children, but we need somebody we can really count on. And that's me. They know I take care of those kids as if they're my own. And yeah, I'll be there on time is very important. Dress the role, be good to the parents, be nice, and I'm dependable. So that's why they called me in. But anyway, I want to talk to you about separating your personal feelings from your job, because your job is not about you as a person, okay? It's about playing that role they hired you for. So guys, Sleep Grandma here. I'm back with you. I decided to put on a little bit of makeup today because I don't know, I just feel like getting dressed up. I kind of miss, getting ready for work because I haven't worked since March, really. I babysat once for a personal client, but besides that, I've been at home doing a bunch of stuff. But what I did was I put some of this, found this concealer on because I had these dark spots, Covergirl Concealer. And let's see which one I use. I use medium Moyen. Yeah, 715. This stuff goes on really well. It really covers. And put a little bit of blush on my cheeks and a little bit of lip gloss. I mean, I wish my lips were fuller. I wish my blackness came out there, but it came in other places. And, which I really liked. It came on a nice little round butt and nice big breasts, so I like that. I also really love this gloss. This is a gloss. It's called The Gloss. And it is I think it's by Revlon. Super Lustrous Blush. Yes, it is. It's by Revlon. Really nice. Now, I really recommend, excuse me, glosses for women my age, because when we put on colors that are too intense, they look harsh, because, we're starting to look a little bit harsh because of our age. So we don't need more harshness. Harsh on harsh looks harsh. Put a little bit of, eyeshadow up there. I put a little of this eyeshadow, Revlon again. And I want to get more into the black makeups, for black women. But I haven't quite got there yet. I just picked this up. This goes on real easy. It's kind of light and breezy. I have on the darker one right now, but yeah, I mean, it's just stuff that I'll do a makeup tutorial later. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is detaching yourself from taking your job so personally. Okay? Okay, before I start, let me just say a disclaimer. I'm not saying that only black women have big breasts and nice butts. But, I'm just saying that I wish I had fuller lips. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I don't want to, depreciate anyone's beauty, because, we all have beautiful things in different ways. Go to work, so that's that. This thing says right here, fearless, be yourself. Okay, I love this hat. But when you go to work, you can't be fearless and be yourself, really. I mean, they hired you to play a role, you need to play that role. So I think the best thing to do, and I'm talking about years of experience I've had with this, is to put on your helmet, okay, that protects your brain. That way you don't let anything negative or, depreciating, I don't know if I have to write this out. Enter your brain and rent space in your head for free, okay? You do not have to do that. You just want to put on your helmet. That way you can keep your brain intact and save your energy for more important things. You also have to put on your body shield. That protects your heart from taking anything that happens to heart. If a client starts yelling at you, if a parent starts yelling at you because of something, you don't have to take that to heart, You can just refer them to the manager, or, as long as you're following policy, you don't have to worry about it. Don't take it personally, because a lot of times we do take it personally and we end up losing our job. And that's not good, over somebody's nasty to you and you end up losing your job over it, and it's just not worth it, Now you want to also take your AA tools with you, which would be your sword, or if you're not an alcoholic, your spiritual tools with you. Oh, it's terrible. Anyway, you got your sword. I'm drawing with an eyebrow pencil. I couldn't find a better pencil. My allergies are killing me. Hold on one second. There you go. That's your sword. And, with these tools, you want to take them with you so you can have them ready. I always tell people that if you are an alcoholic and you're going to go to a party or something, you need to put on your AA armor, which means you do some reading, some praying before you go anywhere around alcohol, and you pray to be strong, and don't take that first drink. So you want to protect your brain, because I hope I spelled that right. I always spell brain wrong, but anyway, your brain, you don't want people renting space in your head. Somebody's rude to you at work, somebody yells at you, and you're obsessing over it for the rest of the day. Don't let people rent space in your head, okay? So you're going to protect yourself. Don't take your job personally. Okay, you're going to protect your heart. Don't take anything to heart. Most people take their anger out on someone at work because they know you can't say anything, because they know you don't want to lose your job. So don't give them the pleasure of getting fired, and then they go on with their lives, and you just lost your livelihood. Don't let people do that to you. Just be like, oh yes, you have a wonderful day. You don't have to be condescending, but sometimes it's better if you don't know what to say, don't say anything at all. Just, smile a little bit, and that's it. You want to take your sword. Now, the sword would be like the tools that you learn, the spiritual tools that you learn, like pause when angry, pause when agitated, the Serenity Prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You can't change people, okay? Like when I was working at Walgreens, people were rude to me sometimes. Some lady came in and started yelling at me because she lost the gift card she bought. And she was accusing me of stealing it, or she said she paid for it, but I didn't give it to her. And I said, no, I always give the gift cards to the customers in their hand because I don't want you to get it mixed up in your bag. And they looked at the film of the camera, and sure enough, I gave it to her in her hand. Now, she lost it. That's her thing. But I didn't lose my job on it. You know, I could have said, well, what are you accusing me because I'm, you know, Latina Mexican or whatever? You know, I mean, I could have just went all crazy with that, but I didn't. I needed that job, and I just said, okay, well, I know what I do. I always make it a habit to give it to them straight in their hand. It's the last thing I give them along with the receipt. Here's your gift cards, and here's your receipt. And so I got out of that way. But yeah, a lot of people were just rude to me, and I just took it as, you know, I asked some guy one time for a donation for soldiers, and he went off on me in this political tangent about wars and all this stuff, and I was like, dude, it's my job to ask you for donations. I mean, it's just part of my job. It's not anything personal. But he took it very personal. So whatever, you know, it's not my problem. Just make sure that people don't let them make their problem your problem. It's their problem. Don't let them make it your problem, okay? You don't want to go home and take that frustration home to your family. You don't want to ruin your day. Now, just remember, like they say in Alcoholics Anonymous, you can start your day over at any time. Just because you have a bad moment doesn't mean you have a bad day. Just keep going, man. Keep going. Take the day as it comes. Don't expect, you know, every the day to be wonderful. Oh my gosh, it's going to be wonderful. Just take the day as it comes, man. Good and bad and ugly, whatever. Happy, peaceful, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. Just don't put any expectations on the day. Another thing I would say is just remember that when you go to work, it's not your moment for personal expression. I mean, let's say today you feel like wearing a tie-dye shirt and wearing your hair all crazy and loose. Work's not a place to do that. That's for Saturday mornings. You know, you didn't have time to do your hair. You want to wear a baseball cap to work, to look sloppy. I mean, you know, if you want to go around in your pajamas to Walmart on Saturday, that's fabulous, but not to work. If you didn't get a chance to do your hair, either pull it up in a ponytail, slicked back really nice, or if your hair is short, just slick it back. You know, just simply slick it back and put on some nice earrings, and you look great. But another thing I would tell you is, you know, a lot of the people you see at work, you'll never see them again in your life, so don't worry about it. It's not that important for you to prove a point. You know, the personal phrase that I coined was, I do not argue with people I don't respect. If someone comes to work and they're starting to get an attitude with me, or it's not that important for me to prove I'm right, because I don't care about them. Who cares what they think? Who cares what they want? I'm just, you know, there to do my job. I'm there to get that check. And it's not that important for me to be right. You know, like if you're going to go to work and be like, well, this motherfucker over here, you know, or whatever is going to, I'll show them, I'm going to, blah, blah, blah. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know, and your boss has the right to run the business the way they want to run it. It's their business, not yours. If you know a better way of doing it, you might want to suggest it, but if they don't take you up on your suggestion, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It's not your business. If they want that phone ringing off the hook and people leaving 10,000 voicemail messages that never get answered, that's on them. That's their business, not yours. So mind your own business, okay? The reason it's so important to not make it personal is because when we make it personal, we end up getting strokes, we end up getting headaches, we end up getting a bad attitude at work, and you don't want to do that. You especially don't want to take that stuff home with you, okay? Especially don't want to take that stuff and then, you're all irritated from work and then you take it out on your kids. You do not want to do that. So don't let other people make their problem yours. And they're just not that important in the big scheme of things. Your personal life is your personal life. It has nothing to do with work. You're going to work as a means to an end. And that end is for you to be serene, for you to be able to live in the middle with your emotions, and for you to be able to enjoy your day. For you to be able to enjoy July the 2nd, 2020. Not for you to carry the world on your shoulders and it's all up to you, and oh my God, and this person's getting on my nerves. Now, if you have a coworker you don't like, just try to avoid them as much as you can. Talk to them, everything work related, and leave it at that. You don't have to be friends with the people you work with. So just keep these things in mind. So it's really important that when you go to work, put on your helmet, shield, sword. Okay? And when you come home, take off your helmet and your shield and your sword. Take them off. Take off your armor. Because at home, you do want to be with the people you love and show yourself completely. Okay? Love you guys. I hope you got something out of my rambling, and much love. Be grateful. This one part, you guys, putting on your helmet, your shield, your armor, and your tools is all about you taking care of yourself. You need to protect yourself above all things, okay? It's about self-love, it's about self-protection, and it's about detaching yourself from things that are not important. Save that energy for your family. Save that energy for the people you love. Save that energy for something more important. Okay? Surround yourself with a lot of beautiful things, because beautiful things build a beautiful life.